Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Michael Carrick press conference reaction show. In tonight's show, we are reacting to Michael Carrick's press conference, and we will be reacting to Oliver Glasner's as well. Now, I am going live a little bit earlier tonight because I got family staying over here and my grandparents, so out of respect and that, I wouldn't want to be keeping them awake. So this is why I'm going live early tonight, people. So big up to every single one of you who's live and locked in already this evening. Much appreciated. I can see Quadja's in the building. Big up to you, Quadja. Good evening, mate. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Wolverhampton Wanderers nil, Aston Villa nil. Oh yeah, and that's a bit of a derby, isn't it? But yeah, big up to you, Quadja. And make sure you are subscribing to Quadja, people. I'll just put his link in the chat now. Make sure you are subbing to him. Great guy. He's an Arsenal fan who literally does Arsenal content. He does a lot of YouTube shorts videos, so make sure you are subscribing to Quadja. He's a great guy. He really is. So please sub to Quadja. Just typing it in the comments section. Right, Quadja, where are you? Gosh, I got quite a few different links saved here. Where are you, Quadja? Where is he? He's somewhere here. He's somewhere here, people. There he is. Bash. Please sub to Quadja. There we go. Make sure you are subscribing to Quadja, people. His link is now in the chat, so anybody watching on playback, please do sub to him. He's a great lad, he really is, and he's put my other channels in the description as well, well, in the comment section, so big up to him. So very shortly we will get started with the press conference reaction, people. Make sure I shared it in the algorithm. Get out the algorithm, share it to the Discord server. Bash. There we go. Bash. And here we go. Share. Share it to the WhatsApp group as well. Bash. There we go. What about Twitter? If I shared it to Twitter or not? Just have a look. No, I haven't. So we'll get that shared as well. Twitter. There we go. Bash. That's that now posted, people. Smash the likes and subscribe to Mr. Joshy J channels, people. Thank you, Quadra. Big up. I wonder what Henry Talks Waffle will say next. Goodness knows, but yeah. Anyway, he's a Ronin, so cannot be asked with him. So yeah, let's get on with the press conference reaction, people. Now, please note, people, that I do not share the press conference on the screen. What I do is I play it as audio only, and please note I've not listened to the press conference yet, and what you're hearing from me is a complete fresh reaction and not a reaction where I've already listened to it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Michael Carrick has said to the media, people. It really is. So we will wait and find out. But anyway, now the press conference is 14 minutes and 3 seconds. I mean, that's a little longer than usual. So this must be like parts 1 and part 2 together, because I know in these press conference reactions that some of them are embargoed until about 10:30 p.m., the day before the game or a couple of days before the game. But it looks like it's all been done today. So let's see what Michael Carrick has been saying to the media people. But if you are into your Manchester United content, please do hit the subscribe button, people. So let's go.
We've asked a few times about Mason Mount and Matthias De Ligt. What is the situation with them? Because Matthias has not played since last time United played Palace, and Mason scored against Palace, so it's kind of a shared history.
Yeah, Mason's getting closer, really. He's on the grass, he's getting closer, so.
I mean, Mason Mount, he used to get injured quite a bit, but recently he's been suffering with less injuries, but this time round he must have just got unlucky. But the fact that he's back in training, that's encouraging news. So, yeah, hopefully they will be seeing Mason Mount back in action again very soon, people.
He's looking to kind of train and being around it pretty soon, so he's getting close. Just had to be patient, really, a little bit, and he's a big player for us, mate. So looking after him, making sure he's ready, and big finish to the season. So good news that he's getting really close. I'll tell you, it's a little bit. He's had a back issue, which is just been a little bit slower to progress. Really, it's something that.
Big up, Adam Partridge. Bash. Big up, mate. Good evening to you. Thank you. Join me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Literally just this minute, mate, started the press conference, so you're here in good time, mate. Don't know whether you've listened to it yet or not, but yeah, I'm very well. Thank you, Adam Partridge. I hope you're well. I hope your week's gone good. And yeah, welcome into the show, mate. Much appreciated. So let's go.
Kind of working through, and he's getting there. He's in the right direction, but as I said, he's just a little bit further behind. So it's one of those things that's disappointing, but it's unfortunately part of football.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but as Michael Carrick just said, people, it's part and parcel of football. Yeah, that's my score prediction as well, Quadjo. You know, I'm going with a 3-1 victory to us as well.
So we'll get him back when we can.
Is there even a remote timescale for him? Because obviously, when he was injured the first time, Ruben said, "Oh, he'll be back like next week," and clearly we're months down the line now. We've got an international break coming up. What?
No, it's different. It's just the nature of.
Henry talks up all next video. Manchester United are scary. More than likely, Quadra, mate. 100%.
The injury and the kind of issue in the back, that it's a difficult one to kind of pin down in some ways, and especially time wise. So he's definitely improving.
Oh, you're going with 2-1, are you, Adam Partridge? That's fair enough, mate. You know, you think that's what the score is going to be? I mean, I say 3. Oh, big up to you, Michael.ChelseaFC. Bash. Big up to you, mate. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Yes, I've gone live a bit early tonight, geezer, because obviously I have my auntie staying here, and out of her, obviously, respects and that, I don't want to disturb her. So that's why I've gone live a little bit earlier tonight. But welcome in, geezer. Big up to you. I hope you're well. I hope your week's gone good so far. And yeah, big up as always. Michael.ChelseaFC, he considers himself as a Tottenham Hotspur fan when he sucks off Arsenal all the time, mate. 100% Quadra. You spot on, mate. That is a facts. 100% true. 100%. Yeah, there's Michael.ChelseaFC's channel, people. Make sure you are subscribing to Michael.ChelseaFC. His link is now in the chat.
That's a good thing, and we're just working towards that, really. There's not much at this stage that I can give you any more in.
Afternoon, Michael. One player you'll be familiar with is Harry Maguire from your previous stint at the club. Just wonder, when you've returned, what kind of player you now see ahead of you, and of course his contract situation.
Now, obviously, you know me, when it comes to Harry Maguire, I can't say I'm his biggest fan. But, over the last couple of years or so, he's definitely showed signs of improvement at the end of the day. But, it's like with Harry Maguire, he is literally so tall that he can get on the end of corners and that. So, yeah. Love it when we rip Henry talks shit and then Ammo a new asshole. Josh Ray, I do Adam Partridge as well. Absolutely love putting all these Ronans in the bin. It's like, how dare you use my beautiful football club for clicks and views? Seriously, who do you think you are? The Quadra 100%, as does Terry Flowers, like Europe is scared of Arsenal. Yeah, sure they are. Arsenal dominance is saying the Premier League. I saw Henry's video of it with Terry embarrassing video. Yeah, I mean, it's a joke, Quadra. Michael Chelsea FC, big up. Julian Alvarez, Arsenal confirms anyway. Rumours threading around to get more views. 100% Quadra. Absolute facts, mate.
A plan to maybe sit down with him in the near future, just about what his future can look like?
Harry's he's an impressive character. He's obviously he's had a great career so far. Hopefully there's a lot.
Now, yeah, I can see where Michael Carrick's coming from there, saying he's had a good career in that. But, to me, I wouldn't say it's all been plain sailing, not by a long shot, because for a few years I thought Harry Maguire was very poor. So, yeah, and I can tell why, Michael Carrick has said that. So I don't really have a problem with that. But all I can say is that is not 100% true because, Michael Carrick, of course, he's going to defend Maguire, isn't he? Because probably the football club has told him to say that. But, it's like with me, yes, he's done some good things and that, but it's not been plain sailing at all. Far from it. Mid United are back with the late title charge. Yep. Okay. Good one. I mean, it's so delusional to any of them fans who thinks we're back and we're in the title race. I mean, get out of here, man. Seriously. We're not in a title race. Yep, I agree, Adam Partridge. All get in the bin, mate. 100%. How do people subscribe to Henry Wright, the Tottenham Hotspur fan, and Terry Flowers show? I'll never know. Still, Wanderers nil, Aston Villa nil in the second half. Wolverhampton Wanderers at Quadra. Then instantly looks at David Pornstein's tweet. Where is it confirmed, Henry?
To come. I think even what he's been here in the journey and the experiences that he's had, certainly since he's been here and with England as well, I think show exactly what he is. I think we all.
Thing is, when he was playing for England, he was literally Gareth Southgate's pet, wasn't he? Because Gareth Southgate refused to drop Harry Maguire when Southgate was England's manager. I mean, let's get it right. Literally, his pet.
The player that he is and what he's capable of doing. And again, the other night there, I thought he was fantastic.
He did. He had a good game the other night. I have to agree with that by Michael Carrick. He played well, Maguire, in that game. Michael Chelsea FC, David Pornstein, laugh out loud. Henry getting more views. Fake journalists. Can you tell everyone who think Man United are going to win the league to get out? Can you, Josh Ray? Yeah, get out here, man. Anyone who thinks Manchester United's in the title race, get the fuck out of here. Do you hear me? Yeah. I mean, you probably another one of these fans who use my football club for clicks and views. So, yeah, get out of here. Yo, big up to Adam Daw, and I hope your birthday went well, mate. Big up to Adam Dahl. He had his 20th birthday a couple of days ago. Big up. Yep, big up to you, mate, as always. Make sure you are subscribing to Adam Dahl, people. Quadra, here in the chat, could you share his link, please?
Helps in that. His his attributes help in that, and his character, you know, his willingness to put himself.
But yeah, I'm glad you had a good birthday anyway. Big up, Adam Dahl. There you go. There's Adam Dahl's channel, people. Make sure you are subscribing to Adam Dahl. Oh, there you go. Adam Dahl beat you to it. Time for what? Time for what, Josh, mate? Exactly, Adam Partridge. It's like you don't get any time in football these days, mate. You know, you're under pressure immediately. But I got a couple of things I want to say, by the way. You don't mind? It was great. I could have ate a bit more. Yeah, well, what do you want to say, mate? Right.
Put himself out there, and he's really impressive at age, and he's been really important for us.
Saw in a recent interview with your goalkeeper, Larmans, he was talking about.
What highlights is that, Adam Dahl? Was that the Real Madrid highlights?
One of the reasons why he feels there's been an upturn in form is the clarity of the messaging that's coming.
Yeah, I agree, Adam Partridge. A lot of rain. Arsenal champions you go, but that's what I seen all the titles from Brown Envelope accounts today. PSG, Monaco, the Real Madrid, Benfica. I've watched the Real Madrid game, not quite seen PSG Monaco yet, so I'll catch up with that one. But yeah, by the way, what's your thoughts on the Champions League draw? And you commented about it. What are your thoughts on the bracket? The ties I saw is Chelsea against Paris Saint-Germain, so that's the rematch on the Club World Cup. And also Man City against Real Madrid again. I mean, boy, oh boy, how many times have them two drawn each other in the Champions League? I mean, I've lost count of people how many times them two are drawn in the Champions League. But I believe this time round, Real Madrid's not playing very well. I honestly can see that being a bit of a tall order for Real Madrid this time. But we'll wait and see, because at the end of the day, even though how poor they've been, you can never, ever, ever write off Real Madrid, because they are literally kings of this UCL competition. I am Adam Partridge. As soon as I finish listening to Michael Carrick, yep, I'm doing Oliver Glasner, mate.
Through to the players, can you give us an insight into how you go about making sure that you convey to each player what it is you want from them?
Yeah, I mean, you could talk for quite some time on that, you know, in terms of how we want to play, kind of what we want to do for each other, and behaviours, and there's all sorts of things that kind of come into it, really. But yeah, I think I've said it at times over the last few weeks. When you're putting a team together and you're putting a team on the pitch, I think it's not always. You try to make it as clear as you can. I think clarity is important. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's simple.
Yeah, tell me about it, geezer. They seem to troll each other all the time. It
needs to be put across, but I always try and feel that we do it in a simplistic form, really, so the players maybe think it's simple, but there's quite a lot of work behind that. So that's always the balance, I think, for any coach and manager, that you're trying to give the players going out there that their minds are as clear as possible, really, and they know the jobs effectively. So it's a constant balance, but the boys have been great, and anything we have tried to kind of help them with, implement them, and give them bits of tips. I think they've all been taking it on board ever so well.
Michael, I just wanted to ask about Manuel Ugarte's yet to sort of start a game under yourself, had limited playing time. What do you see his role at the moment? What does he need to do to get back into the side?
Yeah, listen, Manu, I like Manu. He's been terrific around the group, and
Manuel Ugarte, I think he's absolutely trash. Let's get it right, because Manuel Ugarte to me is one of the worst midfielders I've ever seen in the Premier League. Let's get it right here, people. Yeah, it's absolutely getting the narrative right. It's like we have got to get him out of this football club fast and say, but, dash. I seriously want Manuel Ugarte out of here. Nowhere near good enough to be a Manchester United player. Let's get it right here, people. Yeah, it's absolutely getting the narrative right. The sooner he is out of this football club, the better, people. Do you hear me? Gets him gone. 1, 2, 3. Josh say elite high standards. A shock result could well be on the cards. You're right, Quadja. Manuel Ugarte was decent. Touch score 25. No. I mean, but to me, he's one of the worst midfielders I've ever seen in the Premier League. Ugarte will cook under Southgate. Honestly, if he comes, I think I'll probably go hiding or something, because the fact of him managing my football club, boy, oh boy, no. Yeah, I agree, Adam Partridge. We got to get him out of here, Ugarte. Yep, they always draw each other, Adam Dar.
hugely impressed with his attitude and how he goes about it, and his training qualities, and he's got a lot of really good attributes, man. I think that it's when the team's winning, there's obviously a big upside to that, and there's always for the one or two boys that maybe haven't played so much. Obviously,
I agree, Quadja. 100% agree. They're scrubs. Don't want Shitgate and Man United, Josh Tate. No way, Adam Partridge. I do not want him whatsoever.
It makes it a little bit tougher to get in a team, but I think that creates that competition as well in a real healthy way, that everyone's pushing each other, and Manu's up.
Yeah, thanks, Quadja. I agree, mate. Now, who on earth wants waistcoat wanker in a football club? Seriously.
Desperate to get on the pitch more, and he's doing everything he can in training, and he's a big.
I think I'll lose my shit if that happens, geezer. No way. Absolute scrub. One of the worst Arsenal captains I've ever seen.
On the group, so I think it's just a case of the results and the boys playing so well that there's going to be times when we might need to change things and freshen things up, and then certainly is a big part of that.
Paul? Just another question on Harry. How much input will you have into that decision on whether he stays or goes, and in terms of his experience?
I bet you'll still celebrate even more if he sacks Arteta. I just want Odegaard out of my club, useless player.
Experience. I think you're going to lose Casemiro in the summer. That's a big lump of experience gone out of the squad. How important is it to kind of keep that level of experience, that player that Harry's got, that kind of in the future?
Yeah, I think within the squad.
Yeah, I know. He failed to get over the line in both their matches, Adam Partridge. Not sustainable.
I think there's always that balance, you certainly want that younger potential and that excitement of development players and helping players. You need that little sweet spot in the middle, I think, where players at the peak. I think you certainly need that with.
Oh, imagine that happens in 49 went to Arsenal.
And the group and experience is massive, it's hard to put a price on how kind of valuable that can be, and whether that's individuals, that's
You're very welcome, mate. You know, us real ones, we all support each other, as Vigilante says. Big up to Vigilante as well. Make sure you are subscribing to him. Make sure you're subscribing to Roster Stocks, Liverpool Profit, and African King Academy. Another Chelsea rejects in our team.
As a whole group, but yeah, Harry's, as I've just said, he's gained an awful lot of experience in different ways through this club. So, and yeah, Castle leaving is another one experience, and it's something we got to obviously understand and what that means.
Hi, Michael. The Champions League draw took place this morning. I'm sure you've probably got other things to do than pay too much attention to it at the moment, but
We're not even involved in it. So why are you asking Carrick about the Champions League? Because we have no involvement in it whatsoever. There's only one Manchester United team what is involved in the Champions League this season, and that's Manchester United women. Let's get it right. Absolutely pathetic. What a waste of a fucking question. Where's my wooden scene? Here it is. Yeah. Wouldn't seem for asking that question because we're not even fucking involved in that tournament. What are we doing here?
does it feel strange being at this club all the time you've been here as a player? The Champions League's going on without United. It's happened fairly regularly over the last few years, and it's knockout stages. Does it feel different or wrong that this club isn't competing at that end of Europe consistently enough these days?
Well, of course it's wrong that Manchester United are not in Europe. You know, club like Manchester United should be in Europe. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously, because if we're not in Europe, you know, it affects our sponsorship. I mean, originally I wanted him, but now it's like, I just don't know.
Certainly where we want to be. I don't think we can assume and just take things for granted just because the past is the past. That takes care of what should happen here and now or next season. I think it's you've got to kind of earn that. You've got to show you're good enough, and I think that's why when you have time of success or you achieve success, it's warranted, you know, and to show how tough it actually is to get it. So, to be honest, at the moment, it's a really laser focused on kind of what's ahead for us. You know, there's no point in us looking elsewhere. You know, we know where we want to be. We know kind of what we got to do to get there, and the performance level and the games that are coming up where we want to try and get the right results. But I think looking what else is going on in and around Europe at this point is not really going to help us. But certainly where we want to be.
Chris and then Andy.
Hi, Michael. Just on Harry again. He started every game since you came in. Of course, as you say, was great at Everton on Monday. You obviously here as the first team coach when he first signed for the club. You've seen him right the way through. Is he as good now as he ever has been? In some ways, better in terms of the experience that he's got now.
There's a case. I think it's. I think as your career goes, and just touching on it there, I think when you're a young player, everything's fresh and everything's new, and you kind of feel this, and there's not many scars there, so you kind of it's full of excitement. You get to kind of peak years, which kind of where you're at, and you feel good, and everything's there. But there's obviously you've had a few ups and downs along the way, and then I think you start getting towards the later times and experience that you've gained that makes you a better player, or should make you a better player from learning from that. And I think we've seen that with Harry's performances of late, really, of what he's brought to the team, and he's been so important as well as many others. But so I think that's why experience is important to use it. I certainly felt it when I was playing that. It was 30, 31, 32. That probably was my best years, really, of just being at that sweet spot of being able to do it physically still. But using the kind of experiences to know what's coming, and probably seen a bit of everything by that.
Big up proper Chelsea Stan Blush. Big up to you, mate. Welcome into the show. Make sure you are subscribing people to proper Chelsea Stan. a top lad. He really is. So make sure you are hitting that subscribe button.
So it's not a surprise. Hi, Michael. What's your
Cheers, Quadra. There's his link. So people watching on playback, make sure you are subscribing to Proper Shell Stand. Welcome in, mate.
Process in choosing the same or very similar team week after week? Is it because you're winning? Is it because there's not as many games as you would hope for it with the team being in Europe? Does that present difficulties with the players who are not getting in? How are you managing this?
Yeah, it's definitely something we're aware of. I think it's when, you know, we've just had quite a big break and before the last game, and you know, when there's a lot more games, I think, in terms of squad and being rotations or having to change things for physical reasons or game to game, I think that comes into play. It's the challenge of managing the group. Listen, there's huge positives to it, and you know, the results we've had in playing well, winning games mostly. I think that's the huge positive, but there's certainly a big awareness from me and the staff of how important everybody is in the group, and it's something that we do have to manage, you know. So there's a balance to it, but there's definitely a big positive to the fact that we're in a good run of form. And even though sometimes it's the same players on the pitch, I think game to game we've changed things, we've tweaked things. Some of the front players have played in different positions. Luke, for instance, has played in different roles when we're in possession, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's copy and paste and we go again, but there's certainly a feeling of trying to keep the momentum as best as we can as well.
Hi, Michael. Can I just ask about Ben? There's been quite a few calls for him to start after his goal scoring record off the bench, but is there an argument for why break up a winning formula when can you leave a player of his ability on the bench and, you know, in like a Solskjaer role, anything like a super sub? And what does it say about the character that he is that he can come on and make as much an impact as he has?
I just think the whole thing is a real positive, to be honest. I think it's certainly not a decision that.
Yeah, facts, Proper Shell Stand.
Is in a negative way.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As I said,
damn it. Watford have just scored against Bristol City. Bloody heck, man. I tell you, the Red and White Army, they are throwing playoffs away.
Playing well as a team, we've been winning games, and I'm still not getting carried away and thinking that just carries on. But certainly within the group and the forward players have scored a good number of goals so far. And Ben's been so good, you know, in so many ways for us, and it's really not a drama, believe it or not, you know, for kind of how people see it. It's not a drama, and I think it just shows the qualities Ben's got for what he's produced over the last few weeks. And if and when he starts the next game or the one after, I think it is what it is, you know. But he's doing so many good things as well as the team that it's a good position for us to be in.
Hi, Michael. Your front three in the.
Big up, Dynamite 14. Bash, big up to you, mate. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated.
In the false nine system hasn't paid off against Everton and West Ham in recent weeks. Is that going to prompt a change this week for Šeško to come in? And why is that? Why hasn't it been as successful against teams like West Ham and Everton?
I don't think we've played a false nine, to be honest. I think Brian's played up high on the last line for a lot of the time. So it's just, as I just said there, I think we've played similar players, but we've played in different ways. 4 points from 2 games is not bad away from home, so it's not so bad, and being able to change it from the bench and make things a little bit different towards the end of games is a real strength. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are going.
Hi everybody.
So that is the end of Michael Carrick's press conference, people. Now I have to say, I thought he answered the media very well. The only thing I really had to call out on was that journalist asking us, what do you think of the Champions League draw, when we have no involvement in it whatsoever? As if Michael Carrick's going to be interested in that seriously, It's like, what are we doing here, people? Seriously. Real talk, what are we actually doing? Right, let's now listen to Oliver Glasler, people. Michael Carrick has played good football since he took over from Ruben Amorim. You're right. Fair play to him. Yep. PSG certainly on an interesting one for sure. Deuce. It's one to watch. Done. Sorry, again, geezer. Apologies if I pronounce that wrong, because I've not really heard that player. I've not seen a lot of him. Subscribe. Still Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Aston Villa 0. But yeah, Chelsea, they got Arsenal on a few weeks. PSG after the international break. What do you do? What's during the quarterfinals, like against Liverpool, they got City United. PSG probably wants revenge. Yeah, more than likely, Daylight sort of thing. Right, let's have a listen to Oliver Glasner, people. Let's listen to what he's had to say. Exactly, unlike that absolute mutant what came in the live chat before and said that word. He was out here fast, of course. You say, but, Bosh, just because I was struggling to pronounce a player's name, fuck off, man. Got no time and day for them run-ins. That day nights, I definitely got beat Arsenal and PSG next rounds, but don't see it. Right, here we go. Let's listen to Oliver Glasner, people. So, what, 22 hours ago? Really? Which one should we listen to? Oh, I see. That one was last night's game. So I want to listen to one what's 8 minutes and 16 seconds.
Hi, Oliver. A week, they say, is a long time in football. I just wondered how much more optimistic you're feeling now compared with that pre-Wolves press conference last week.
Yeah, it's a long week. On the other side, it's a short week when you have 3 games. But of course, it's also mentioned it so often. You can talk about everything, you can train everything, but the most important thing for getting confidence and getting belief, especially back, is to win games. And this is what we did now twice. And I was a player for many years, and I know the ones where the games where everybody's expecting you to win are sometimes the most difficult ones. And then, of course, when you play Wolves at home, but I still think, 3 days before they drew against Arsenal is a very good side. It's every Premier League game is very tight, and you need a very good performance to take the win. And today, then against Monster, where everybody expects to win, it's sometimes the most difficult ones, and so therefore these 2 wins helped us and will help us to gain confidence again. And we need confidence at Old Trafford. They are on a good run. I watched their game Monday night at Everton. Also got a fantastic transition goal, and you could see the pace they have in their attack. On the other side, I also have seen that Everton cost them some problems, so looking forward to Old Trafford.
And just to elaborate on that, I guess what sort of challenge are you expecting from Manchester United, and what can you tell us about the job that Michael Carrick is doing at the moment?
First of all, as I said before, I'm always looking at the wider picture. I think they were fits when Ruben Amorim had to leave. correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were fifth. Now they are fourth. Yes, they're on a good run. They're playing now with a back four in defense. On the other side, I've seen in the build-up they're going to a back three where Luke Shaw plays the left center back. I've seen them dropping into a back five, and I think everybody will remember how Mateusz Cunha celebrated winning the duel in the own box.
When Chelsea plays at Manchester United on April the 18th, get a proper Chelsea stand on your channel with Michael. Yeah, we could sort something out. Definitely, daylight sorting.
Against Ghana, so there he was the back five player, and whereas before it was always very often it was Amad Diallo. So that's why Man United, for me it looks like the mood around the club is better now. Yeah, so they had shaky time.
Yeah, because we got rid of this Ronan who was playing the wrong system. So, of course, the players happy.
It was noisy times, and this looks like it's a little bit more settled now. But this is just from South London to Manchester, so I don't know how it really is. But the football, they had great players before. Players came back from injury. Maguire came back, for example, and now they're playing consistently, more or less with the same team. This gives them consistency, and if you can bring in a player you bought for 60 million in summer like Seško, it just shows the quality of the team.
You've obviously got a lot of pace in your side. You touched on how open Manchester United can be, but how attacking they are as well. Do you personally, as a manager, enjoy managing more open attacking games?
You have to accept how it is, and of course when Man United plays at home at Old Trafford against Crystal Palace, I think it's the same. Everybody there is expecting now a win, and again they are a very good team. Now they have a very good balance between. It's a very experienced team. When I see Luke Shaw, when I see Harry Maguire, when I see Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Mateusz Cunha, Mbeumo, so really very, very experienced Premier League players. And then I see Diallo, I see Kobe Mainu back, so very, very young players with huge talent. And it's a good mix they have now. But I think the most important thing for them is they are consistently playing with their team and have a clear structure in the way they are playing. So this is what I could see against Everton. And they have a great spirit right now, as I mentioned. For me, it was really impressive seeing Mateusz Cunha celebrating winning a duel in their own box, because this I think is what Michael Carrick brought into this team.
Gary?
You said in your post-match news conference after the Europa Conference that you had a great performance here against Manchester United. Should have been 3-0 up at half-time. Can you use that as part of the preparations for the team for this match?
It's a little bit different, so let's see. I will watch them back, because it could be, for example, that they just decided to go in the build-up into back three because Everton defends in the 4-4-2. So it's a common tool you can use. And when they have two strikers, you build up in the back three. Could be when they're expecting us up front with three, that they go into a back four. It's what many teams are doing, I think.
Yeah, epic. I mean, just some tasty ties in there. Manchester United will be fresh down Crystal Palace because they played in the Conference League, Mr. Joshua J. Yep. Right, let's continue. Sorry, I was just replying to a message my mate was messaging me. So, yep. Right, let's get back to Andre Glasner's reaction.
We know what to do. On the other side, we don't know if they press us man-to-man with their wingers. So we'll analyze them tomorrow in detail. What I've seen is they are very good in set plays as well. And I've seen it looked like a very tough battle in how they defended the corners against Everton. I think Everton had 12 corners. And every time it was interrupted because 2 or 3 players were laying on the grass. And so we will analyze them in detail tomorrow afternoon after the training, and then let's see. But we know it will be a different game than today, yeah? And we know that we have to defend very well to clean. The 2 clean sheets will help us. With this, the clean sheet at Brighton will help us, where we gave them 1 finish in the entire second half at Brighton. Then let's see where the spaces will be to create our own chances.
Last time I was here, off the back of a tough European night, and there was a Premier League game to follow on quickly. That was at Leeds after the Coops game. And you named your starting 11. Name your starting 11 again for us?
No, we have 3 days between. I think that's because there it was for me just irresponsible to start a player within 48 hours. And this time we have, I don't know, 60 or 65 or whatever. So players will be ready. We have, of course, now 2 days of recovery, not real training. And then we go to Manchester on Saturday. And then I will watch the Farmers League there. Dortmund against Bayern Munich. This is what
he just says watch the Farmers League. That's savage. That's crazy work.
Yeah, it's the Farmers League. Nobody wants to watch it, but I will watch it.
Farmers League. It sounds like he's a YouTuber, because a lot of the big YouTubers use that word, Farmers League. Put your channel in the live chat, Mr. Joshy J. Yep. Thank you, mate. Big up on her Glasner, Josh, mate.
And then I'm looking forward to playing at Old Trafford last year with great memories, winning there 2-0. And it's a fantastic stadium. And yeah.
Okay, Bobby.
You wasn't totally sure whether Maxence Lacroix would be okay to start tonight, barring any flare-ups. Will he be okay to play 2 games in 3 days?
Yeah, that's a big question. I don't know. Hopefully the goal helps a little bit. He did very well today, also defending. It was important having him. Also, JD played a very good game today, and we needed his pace because they're very quick up front. And this will be the same at Manchester. They're so quick in their attack, and then we need quick defenders, physical, strong defenders. And right now it looks okay.
There you go. That's Andre Glasner's press conference reaction, people. So, oh, that's hilarious when he said Farmers League. Joshy J, big up. Bash! Big up to you, AFC always. Good evening, mate. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Oh, lovely, Adam Partridge. Can't beat that, can you? You know, a cup of tea in your Manchester United mug. Nice. Yes, I saw your comment earlier on saying that you unsubbed to Footsie Judge Mode channel because he's talking absolute nonsense. I don't blame you, mate. I mean, who would want to be subscribed to that channel anyway? Because that's another Ronan who does things for clicks and views and uses my musical football club for clicks and views. It's like, these people need to cut this shit out, seriously, Because if you want to chat shit about my football club, I will cook you all day long. It's as simple as that. And I will even do like a 2-hour stream on these Ronans, I tell you. Because it's like, you want to chat shit about my football club when you don't support them. To me, it's personal, Obviously, when I say I cook them, that's not making a threat or anything. That's just saying I'll cook them like with the wooden spoons and that for chatting shit about my football club. I'm not like these other YouTubers who wants to start a fight with anyone. No. Keep me out of that department, people. I have no interest in that shit whatsoever. This feud between Eagle, Lee Gunner, just keep me out of it because I have no involvement in it whatsoever, and I would never go down that route. I'll call you out, but I'll never ever make threats or anything like that. But I will still hold these people accountable. It's as simple as that. You got Man United mug Josh A. I have had in Partridge, If Wolves win tonight, Manchester United could go for top Reds out, top Gooners out. Absolutely. Get every single one and I'm out to your fan base, Arteta fans as well, they can jog on, so, and they can get out here faster, go say, but, because, Arteta fans, they're not true Arsenal fans. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously. But Quadra, AFC always, Vigilante, Jazz, Lee Gunner, DJB, they are all true, proper Arsenal fans at the end of the day. Them ones care about their football club. They do not love Arteta. They love Arsenal Football Club. But a lot of these zesty fans like Arteta for some reason, which I'm struggling to work out why, but it is what it is, people. At the end of the day, isn't it? It is what it is at the end of the day. So, yeah. I mean, just, oh my goodness sake. Crazy work. Your girl's an absolute running in a brown envelope. Thanks, I agree. Got the Wolves versus Heather game on with my dad. Got you on too, Josh A. Also, Madden Partridge. We don't make the semi-final or final. The Champions League, it's a failure. Thanks, I agree with you, AFC, always, because, in Europe, these Premier League teams appear to be levels above the rest of the teams. I mean, let's get it right. I mean, Newcastle, maybe not so much, but Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea, and even though they've been dog shit in the Premier League and could still possibly get relegated, Spurs as well, just goes to show some of the quality from the European teams is very poor. Because how come Tottenham are in near the relegation zone in the Premier League, but yet they made the last 16 in the Champions League? I mean, make it make sense, people. Seriously, just goes to show the levels what the English clubs have got over these teams. 8 likes and subscribe, people. Come on, 8 likes. That's pretty poor, people. We can do better than that, surely. I'll be wrapping up in about 6 minutes, so let's see if we can get up to 10 likes before the hour mark. I think Chelsea will beat PSG. I watched PSG against Monaco in the UCL. No one will stop me watching football. Talking about it, Josh A. Thanks, Adam Partridge. And why should anyone dictate you, telling you how you can and not watch football? Because they can't. They simply cannot. It's like, get out here, man. If anyone tried to literally say, oh, you can't talk about your football club and that, well, I'll get them out in here faster or say, but. It's as simple as that. Imagine Arsenal versus Tottenham in the semi-final of the Champions League as a... Oh, that'd be crazy work. AFC always, if that happens, that'd be crazy work. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but can you really see Tottenham making the semi-finals now? You got all these big teams left in it. Probably not, but who knows? I mean, stranger things have happened in football. Villa in the mud. Oh yes. Aston Villa next game against Chelsea. Get them the wooden scene, Josh Ray. Absolutely, I'll do that for you, Adam Partridge. Yeah, wooden scene for all you absolute Romans, yeah, who say, oh, you can't talk about the football club you love. I think you find we can, because myself and Adam Partridge, we are true Manchester United fans, you know. We're not the sort of fans who fall for PR or anything like that, or go along with this trust the process bollocks. Literally, myself and Adam Partridge, we hold the football club accountable and we tear it a new arsehole if we get it wrong. 2-0 Wolves. Bloody egg. My goodness, see, an upset is on the cards, I tell you. That's crazy work. What would this be? Their second win in the season? Biblical things. But this is a biblical stinker and hooks by Aston Villa. Honestly, Unai Emery stinker and hooks and biblical stinker by them, man. Seriously, I mean, let's get it right. 2-0 game over. They won it. That's mad. I mean, I know who's going to be very happy about that tonight if he pops in. Ryan G. I mean, he's going to be absolutely buzzing, isn't he? I mean, how on earth has Villa lost that? Oh my god, that's crazy work. I cannot believe they lost that. Oh, that's laughable. That really is. Look, this is no hate on Aston Villa, but who on earth saw that one coming? Seriously. Because I don't have any hate on Aston Villa whatsoever. Let's get it right. This is just pure banter. But they had an absolute stinker in hooks tonight, honestly. And any hopes they had competing for the title are now gone, people. So it's now between Arsenal and Manchester City for the league title. Yeah, it's mad. I can't believe that, Adams. I really cannot believe it, mate. I agree. Facts. Yeah, they need to focus on the Europa League. I'll be wrapping up in 2 minutes, people. So any more questions you want to get in, feel free to ask me, because I'll be wrapping it up on the hour mark. Big thank you for doing that for me, Josh. You're welcome, Adam Partridge. You know, community settings, as my good friend Roster Stocks would say, community settings. At the end is a. Any requests? I'll do for you, Adam Partridge, because I care about my community. What else would you want to say about Real Madrid, Man City? So, Manchester United fan, I'm looking forward to the tie. You know, it should be tasty, but I think Man City being favourites this time because, you know, Real Madrid have been shambolic, haven't they? I mean, let's get it right. And in my personal opinion, they should not have sacked Xabi Alonso. The reason why Xabi Alonso got sacked, right? And you might not want to hear this, Adam Dar, because I know you're a Brazil fan like me. Apparently, it was because of Finney Jr. why Xabi Alonso got sacked. You know, Finney Jr. threw his toys out the pram. I mean, I like Finney Jr., but he does have a bit of a, like, arrogant side to him, what I don't really like. I should be Adam Partridge, yeah. So I'll keep you all updated. But big ups to all your legends, yeah? You've been live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. Just going to do a quick roll call So big up to all the people being in the live chat this evening. Big up to you, Adam Dar. Big up to you, Daylight Sorting. Big up to Adam Partridge. Big up to AFC Always. Big up to Daylight Sorting. I think I said him already. Big up to Proper Chelsea as well. Big up to Quadja. Big up to Michael.ChelseaFC. I think that's everyone. Just go out the chat a bit more, make sure I've not left anyone out. Nope, that's everyone. So big up to all your legends. Let's have a look, see if there's anyone lying who I like. Who's lying who I like, people? Let's have a look. Let's have a look who's lying, who I like. Who's lying? Who's lying, man? Right. Tell you, let's go for Uncle Rod's TV. Big up to Uncle Rod's TV. Make sure you are subbing to Uncle Rod's, people. Make sure you hit him with a Mr. Joshy J raid. And yeah, as usual, people, Aaron. That's all right, I found someone, Quadra, but thanks anyway. Don't forget, Glazers out, Enios out, and brown envelopes in the bin as well. Bye-bye. We're out here. Bosh.